This is the Daily Truth Report with your host, Noah Christopher.
Welcome back to the Daily Truth Report. I'm your host, Noah, and back on the screen is Bo Polney back with us. Bo, it's so good to have you here. We've got a lot to talk about, but welcome.
Thanks, Noah. Yes, much going down. We're here. This is May, and wow, there's not a lot of time left, so we are at crunch time. So excited to speak with you, and there's a lot to discuss, so thanks, Noah, for having me.
We're talking about the crash of the U.S. dollar. We're talking about gold, silver, crypto explosion at some point. When is that? We'll talk about it. And then Strange July. Remember when Kim Clement said that? So we're going to get into what that means and a whole lot more. Here's the slides. I'm going to put this QR code right up on the screen. You can point your camera at that. That'll take you right to a download page, or just grab the link below. So
July brings, and in July, this is probably a better way of saying it, in July, the world will experience, specifically the United States, will have experienced the end of the dollar we know. In other words, the end of the Federal Reserve money system that we know. It's game over.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly right. Well, Bo, take us through some of these slides. I've got them up on the screen. You've got some great stuff in here. Where do we go first?
So like page 3, again, summer solstice, critical time point. So what does light do? It exposes the dark, right?
Dark.
So we're stepping into a time point. The most amount of light in a season is the summer solstice. It's 180 degrees opposite. In other words, it's opposite of Christmas. It's opposite of the southern crux. So the shortest day of the year would be right at Christmas time. Okay. The longest day of the year is June 21. Now, again, we talked about this, but like some of these math things are so incredible that they're not possible, but they happened, right? And then, the impossible things that actually happen, that's where you can see that it's all by godly design. It's precisely 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days. I did the math on it. The point is, when you read Revelation 13, verse 18, it says, "This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of man." That number is 666. I'm just showing you God and evil are in the details. Flesh and blood with principalities of darkness, and then you go to page 6, and then you got Revelation 2 verse 9. It talks about the fake Jews. Again, these are not the Jewish nation; these are the fake Jews. Jesus Christ called them out. He goes, "I know the blasphemy of those oppressing you. They say they are Jews, but they are not, because they are from the synagogue of Satan." Okay, and then you got JFK literally called them out. He called them a secret society. So we've got evil running the world. Evil, when they kicked out 45, has captured everything, controlling everything. Everything is captured. And incredibly, if you go to the next slide on page 22, it's incredible because then this clearly delineates the Kim Clement prophecy of seasons. Specifically stated, summer will be the mediator between spring, which we're in right now. Every day is getting brighter. Tensions are building. And then into fall, so the fall can do its work in America, right? From this intense darkness, from this great darkness the world is seeing, we're about to witness an incredible light. And so if you go to page 50, what's about to happen is it's a double-edged sword. So when the money system breaks, the Federal Reserve System, I'm going to be clear, it's a Federal Reserve System. When that system breaks, the money's going to come back to where it was somewhere in the 70s. So that's why you don't be surprised if you see home values drop by 50, more likely 70, 80, 90%. This is what's coming. Now, this is pretty cool. These are called gold certificates, okay? You can Google this. This is all real. It's on the slide deck. You can actually click on the links. But what happened is in 1863 to 1933, there were things called gold certificates. So anybody could take a piece of gold to the bank. The bank would hold that gold for you and give you a certificate. We're 47 days out. Something big's about to happen. We're seeing the tensions building in the media. A lot of news is coming out, whistleblowers. There's a lot of information coming out. How it plays out, God knows. It's God's secret. We don't precisely know how this is all set, but it is all a trap. Evil's walking into a trap. And then God's about to be immensely victorious.